Got a phone call this morning from a scammer. Actually, it was the second phone call we've had today about scam. My wife's got one first, and then I got one a little bit later on. This one said something about Google subprime or something like that, or Amazon subprime. I didn't know anything about this, so I thought I'll play them along and see what happens. So rather than me explaining what it is, I'll get the lady concerned to explain it to you. I recorded it on my phone, so here is the part of the recording.
Way to go.
I told her to stop while I started the recording.
Sorry?
Yes, you can talk now. I had to do something, so I didn't hear what you say. Say that again.
You received a voice call from our end regarding
Why does it stop? Sorry, I paused it.
Way to go.
Sorry, start it again.
Go on.
Sorry?
Yes, you can talk now. I had to do something,
so
so
that again.
I didn't hear what you say. Say that again.
You received a voice call from our end regarding Amazon Prime subscription, okay, for with $79.99 will be deducted from your account for the VIP subscription. So today was the last renewal date for it. That's why you're getting the call from our end. Confirm us what you want to do. Do you want to keep this account and enjoy our services and pay $79.99 every month? Or you want to cancel this account and get the refund back of $79.99 as a compensation?
What do I get for the VIP thing? What's it all about?
Amazon Prime is a multinational company all across the globe.
Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to play any more of that. All right, if you want to listen to that, let us know, and I'll put it up on a thing, and you can listen to the 40 minutes of it. So she went on for quite a while, and then said, "Oh, you know," I said, "Right, okay, I do want to cancel it. I don't want to do it. I want to cancel it. What do you do?" And she said, "Well, you've got to go to this website." So she took me to ask me to go to a particular website, and the first one she told me to go to was this one here, www.anz.pay.1. So I tried that, just came up with 404, not found. Anyway, she said, "Oh, I'll put you onto somebody else." All right. So she put me onto somebody else, male voice, and he said, type in AMZ, not ANZ. So I typed in that one. When I did that, right, I come up with this page, right? I didn't come up with this page. When he did that, it came up with actually completely blank, and it came up with some stuff about setting up a website or some such thing like that. And he said, "Oh, that's not right." And by the way, we went on to something else. All right. What I did in that particular case, he went on and said, "Oh, I'll get you to go into somewhere else." So he went me to go in and had a look at, now where is it? This particular site here, Super Remo, right? Super Remo, which is a support remote site. He asked me to download that. He got me to try and download about 5 times. It didn't work a number of times. So I eventually did download it because I thought, well, that looks legitimate, right? So I went in there and downloaded it. And then after he downloaded it, he said, "I'll click on it to run it." So I clicked on it to run it, and it came up with something like this. And he told me, "Please enter the ID." And I knew if I gave him that ID and that password, he would have access to my computer. So I didn't want him to do that. So I gave him the ID and reversed some of the numbers around. Okay, not a problem. Okay, I'm never going to use this again. So there we go. All right. So he then, I held him on by saying, going to different things and different screens and stuff like that. And he said, "I'll go to the left, go to the right." And I said, "I'm ambidextrous. Which is left and which is right?" And I said, "The one on the door or the one I'm holding my phone in?" Anyway, so if you want to listen to that, listen to the video. All right. More important thing is, don't ever do this. Don't ever go into anything like that. Don't do what I do, because I know what I'm doing and where I can stop. So don't ever do that, right? However, when you went to that particular site, that one that after I finished the call with him, I had another go at this thing, and it came up with this. Now that seems to be a background of the Amazon Prime website, I get the impression. All right. I've never been there. I don't know. And that's just a whole background screen that's been put on there. And it's got these overlays over the top of it. For example, home, about us, contact us. Home is the screen over. you go to About Us, right? It loads up. Okay. It's going to load up. It's like someone's killed it already. Oh yeah, it's loading. About Us. And rather than saying about Amazon, it gives a whole lot of denigrating information about Amazon. How they're not a very good company and what they're doing with the unions and stuff like that. Anyway, so, all right, they decided to grab all that, all right? But rather than that, and it's also got contact, all right? Contact probably looks legit. There's probably a copy of their website, Contact Us, right? And it gives you all that information, so it looks pretty legit, all right? But I think it comes up too with a map in the middle. Yeah, there we are. Where they are, where the Amazon or Millers and Harris, whoever they are, probably the four mobs that own Amazon. I don't even know. Anyway, but probably the one they wanted you to do is this one over here, services. All right. You click on this one that says services. It comes up and says services Prime server. Now I've had these scammers ask me, oh, we need to connect you to our Prime server. We need to connect you to Prime server. And that's what they're probably talking about. But when they do that, they're talking about things like TeamViewer, Slashtop, which I don't know what it is, and AnyDesk, which are probably ways of doing remote access, a little bit like that other one that I showed before, all right, Supremo, all right. However, down underneath that, they've got this little thing called refund. So I thought I'd have a look at that. I went into refund. When you go into refund, first thing it comes up with the address here. It says refund web services. So this is the woman was saying to me, I will send you a form. You need a computer to send you a form. This is probably the form they're talking about. But you'll notice up the top here, it's docs.google.com. This is what's called a Google Docs form. Now, anybody can create a Google Docs form. If you've got a Google account, you can create Google Docs forms. I've created quite a few myself over the time. Use them for, I'm doing training and stuff like that for people who want to register for training there. But their particular form asks for some very interesting questions like your first name, middle name, last name, address, city, state, postal code, telephone number, your mobile number, your ID, proof, passport and driver's license. Now, you don't give anybody your passport number or driver's license to get a refund for something. The bank name, why do you need the bank name? It's going to come up your credit card, right? The credit card type, Master or Visa card. Well, perhaps it was going to be a credit, that's all right. But they want to know your card number, the expiry date, and also the CVV, a little numbers on the back of your card. Also the name on your card. Once they've got all the information, if you type that in there, that's going to go to a spreadsheet to them. They're going to use that to use to put things on your card, your bank, your credit card. And also they want to know your account number, your bank BSB number, your date of birth, your email address, all the sort of information you need to get that. And then finally ask you what the refund amount and the name of the officer in charge. It would probably be the person's name that they were talking to. So if you did that and clicked on submit to that, you're giving all that information to them. This is not going to Google. This is going to whoever owns this Google account. So to stop this happening again, what I did down the bottom here, it's got a thing called report abuse. I reported that as abuse to Google. Hopefully they've disabled this account. Obviously haven't got yet because it's still coming up. Hopefully they will. I'll check it again in the future sometime. All right. So there we go. All right. So that's how the scammers are getting money out of people by not actually connecting. They can either, get you to, get them access to your computer, but with not giving access to your computer, they're grabbing a whole lot of information from you. Some people that don't know anything about Google Forms may think this is a legitimate form. You'd think they'd use a little bit better logo or something like that, something to do with Amazon on it, whatever. Anyway, they did a pretty lousy job. I'll give them 2 out of 10. You could be a lot more sophisticated than that and make people think you're doing a proper refund when you're not. Okay, you've got any questions about this, email me. Other than that, bye for now. Cheers. I'll stop sharing, okay, and I will stop recording.